Hey everyone, Michael O'Brien here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Triad Coins, an ultra clean coin vanish by Joshua J. and Vanishing Inc. Hello everyone, Michael O'Brien here, and welcome back to another review where my job is to take a closer look at one of the latest and greatest magic on the market today and let you guys know whether or not I think you should be adding it to your act. And today we're going to be taking a look at Triad Coins, a 3-coin production and vanish effect by Joshua J. I've already produced 2 coins. What do you say? Let's do one more, just like this. So that leaves us with 3. 1, 2, 3 coins, right? And you can clearly see nothing else extra in my hands, nothing up my sleeves. If I take that coin, just give it a little squeeze, it melts away into nothing, just like this. Don't worry, I'll do it again. Watch. Just a little, ooh, almost dropped it. Just a little squeeze. And that coin melts into nothing, leaving me with just 1. Now, of course, that last coin goes right into the hand, just a squeeze. That one disappears as well. And that, my friends, is a little routine using this coin set, which happens to be the Walking Liberty version of the set. Now, the Walking Liberty version is gonna set you back a little bit. This is $300 for this set. Having said that, the exact same coin gaff set using the Kennedy coins is also available. That one is, I think, $60. So you can kind of choose which one you like. I have performed with both, and just speaking from experience, I think the Walking Liberty set is machined nicer, if that makes sense. It works a little bit better, in my opinion, than the other set does. They both work just fine, but you can tell the quality is a lot better with these, the Walking Liberty set. So, Triad Coins by Joshua J. What is it? I just kind of showed you. It's basically a 3-coin production and then vanish. And Joshua J walks you through his routine from start to finish. He shows you how he performs it, and then he gives you guys some advice on different things that you can do with this, different issues that it has, etc. For example, one of the main issues that it has is noise that it can make. If you're maybe doing certain moves, you can hear certain things happening. He teaches you how to sort of cover that up. He also teaches you the way to do a total vanish so that you can show your hands completely empty at the end, and it's really easy to do as well. So who is this for? This is for someone that wants to produce and vanish 3 coins in an easy to do way without having to know a ton of difficult sleight of hand. Now, you will have to know some basic sleight of hand. You should know probably how to palm a coin. You should know how to perform a retention vanish if you want to completely vanish the coins. Or you could just come out with 1 coin, produce the other 2, and then vanish the other 2, and then just end with this 1 coin and put it back inside your purse or whatever. And then you won't have to do any sleight of hand at all. The coins will do all the work for you if you want to go that route. So what exactly is this? This is a gaff set of coins that allows you to show your hands empty, and then, like you guys saw, produce the coins and then vanish them again. So I believe this set actually comes in 3 different versions. I think there's a dollar coin version too, using Morgan dollar coins. Don't remember off the top of my head the price of that, but for $60, you get the routine, you get the Kennedy coins. For $300, you get the same routine, and instead you get the Walking Liberty coins. What do I think about this? Do I think that it's worth it for anyone that is trying to learn coin magic? Again, if you're a working professional and you want to add a little 3-coin production to your act, this is great. Perfect for restaurant workers. You have people seated at the table, you can perform the effect, vanish all of the coins, and then go into some card magic or something, right? So you have a quick visual piece that you can perform and then move on to something else. Or If you want to switch the coins during the routine, you can use this as a way to either vanish the coins that you've been using throughout your act, or produce the coins and hand them out throughout your act, or both. You'll have to switch them twice, but you could do both if you really wanted to as well. And it makes doing the appearances and vanishes a little bit cleaner and a little bit easier than trying to palm and hide 3 coins in your hand while doing this. Are there ways to do this with completely ordinary coins? Definitely. But doing it with this is a little bit easier for you. Again, so you don't have to learn all of the crazy palms and nowhere palms and Wilson palms and all that stuff, right? So it looks a little bit more natural and it's easier for you. Oftentimes when something is easier to perform, it automatically becomes a little bit more natural to do as well. And the thing I like about this is if you've already gotten yourself familiar with other coin sets that are very similar to this, you can pick and choose different moves and different things that you've learned in other routines, and you can add them into this. You can make this routine as long or as short as you want to. You can do like that sort of backfire bit where you show that you have 1 coin here, and then you move it across, right? And then it jumps back to this hand over here. Now you have 1 and 1, right? You can do all that stuff with this coin set. It'll allow you to do that. Now, what are the cons? What are the things about this that I've noticed that make this a little bit more difficult to perform? Number 1, it does have a noise issue. I don't know how well the noise issue translated over this video. I guess after I film this and I go back to edit it, we will see. But it does have a little bit of a noise issue where you can hear the magic happening at the wrong time during the routine. Again, Joshua J describes how to cover this up, but at the end of the day, there are just some things that you're not really able to hide that well when it comes to noise. So this will probably work better in a restaurant situation or at a bar or somewhere where there's a lot of noise, right? Because in that way, they're not really able to hear the magic happening. If I'm performing at a seated, formal close-up situation where people are sitting down and they're listening to me and you can hear a pin drop, it might not be the best situation for that. You might have to, excuse me, cough or something during the move. Again, Joshua talks about how to deal with this, but in my opinion, it isn't easy to 100% cover up the noise issue with it. And then the other issue, I think, is the obvious one. It's angle sensitive. You cannot perform this with people standing behind you, looking down over your shoulder, or they will see what you're doing. I think the angles are fine, like 180 degrees maybe. I would say people, as long as they're in front of you, you'll be able to perform this, right? So if you're doing stand-up on a stage and you're performing this for an audience in front of you, it'll work. Again, if you're at a restaurant and people are seated at the table and you're performing this for folks at the table, it will work just fine. They're not going to notice anything, right? So from the angles perspective, it's not terrible. It is angle sensitive from over your shoulder. People cannot be standing behind you. But if you're performing this for the folks in front of you, seated at the table, in the audience, etc., it'll work just fine. So you got the noise issues, and then you've got the angles issue as well. The only last piece, and this isn't really an issue, but it's one of those things where you'll have to go out and buy something extra if you want to do the total vanish. So when I say total vanish, I mean you vanish 2 of the coins, you have the last coin left, you put it in your hand, it vanishes, you can show both hands empty, and now you're completely clean, right? If you want to do that, you do have to go out and buy something extra to be able to do that. I can't tell you what that extra thing is in this video without basically giving away the method. That something extra could be very expensive, or it could be very inexpensive depending on what you want to do with it. The cool thing is that extra something that you need to go out and buy can be hiding in plain sight and no one will suspect it because it's a normal thing that you would have with you when you're like out in public. So again, without giving too much away. Eric Jones uses this similar gimmick in certain things that he's done. So if you've seen like Metal by Eric Jones, some of his coin vanish, like his OxyClean vanish, uses a similar kind of thing. This is not necessarily something new. This is something that magicians have done before, but it is there for you if you want to do it, and it makes the vanish very clean. So again, you can clap your hands empty, and that moment where you do this and you show your hands empty and you tip your head, that's your applause cue. So now the audience knows that the routine is over with, right? So what do I think of this? Is it worth it? I think it's worth it if you're going to use it. $300 on a coin set that's going to sit in your drawer. I mean, if you got the money, you got the money. I personally, if you're on the fence with this routine, I personally would go for the $60 set, the Kennedy coin set. It's just as fine. It's a little bit noisier, but it's just as fine. I mean, you're not really gonna, again, if you're performing in like a restaurant situation, you're not gonna notice the noise difference between the two coin sets. I personally really enjoy the Walking Liberty set because I use Walking Liberties, like real Walking Liberty coins, in my act. So it's kind of a personal choice for you. But having handled both sets of coins, I demonstrate this at the Magic Shop at Disneyland. I can say that the Walking Liberty set is higher quality. It's a lot more money, but you are getting better quality with the set. So it's completely up to you. I can't speak for the dollar coin set, the Morgan set. I haven't used it. I've heard nice things from other people that have owned it that say that they like it, but don't shoot the messenger here. I don't know anything about that one. I haven't handled those coins. So someone that's never done magic before, can they do this? Yes, but with practice. Again, it's completely self-working if you don't vanish the last coin, or if you are going to vanish the last coin, you have two options. You can use the extra bit that I mentioned that you can go out and buy, which isn't terribly difficult to use, or you can learn a sleight. You can learn like how to vanish and produce a coin, right? You can either do that, or you could do like a retention vanish and then produce the coin again. If you can learn how to do that one thing, you'll be just fine with this. That's really the only sleight of hand that you're gonna need to do throughout the entire thing, because the gaff set will do the rest of the vanishes for you. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. I got more reviews on the way for you guys. And if you ring the notification bell, you won't miss out on any of those videos and when they come out. I also want you guys to consider joining the Mob, my membership program right here on the channel. You'll get early access to videos, you'll get tutorial videos, you'll get to join me for the live Q&A sessions the first Saturday of every month, the family meetings, all new here on the YouTube channel. And if you become a Mob Underboss or a Mob Boss, the two highest levels, you'll get all of that stuff plus direct one-on-one access with me as well, where you guys can pick my brain about anything you want in a one-on-one session, uninterrupted. You can either get me on the phone or we can do a video session where we can work on stuff together. All of that stuff right here on the channel. All you have to do is just click the join button below. At this time, I'd like to introduce you guys to some of our newest members. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to Jim Ackerman, Anand, Spaghetti Ted, David of the Goldman Group, and Michael Doyle. Thank you guys for joining. You'll notice that these guys have all become members of the Inner Circle. We have a couple of new mob bosses and a couple of new mob lieutenants in the ranks. If you guys want to join them, you know what to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.